Okay, let's get this started. Okay, so sorry I was gone for two, I think 3 days. Yeah, that was you know, bitch made of me. But we are back, and we are here for the discipline. So I am going to do my best to finish this portion of my conquest painting, and then in 30 minutes I will be out of your hair. Okay. So, and I think next week there will be a dance class, and I want to go. At first, I was hesitant, but then I thought to myself, what do you normally do on a Friday night? And let me tell you, I was anything but social. So I am going. Although I also have doubts. So far, I have, I think recently, like here's a little recap of like the week. I have been, say, working on a challenge in the Dave Raposa Discord subreddit. And so far, it has gone good. I've been getting some compliments from Ryan, from the others, and that's awesome. That is great. Because I worked really hard on this. Granted, it's not exactly as rendered as I wanted it to be, or as detailed as I wanted it to be, but when you're on a time crunch, nothing ever is. And what I'm going to do is listen in on Dave's paint over, because well, he is a accomplished artist, accomplished illustrator, and graphic novelist with a very beautiful wife and what I assume to be two amazing children. He is, like Ryan, everything that I'd like to be in adulthood, and I am a 25-year-old who still lives with his parents. So, yeah, I think I'm going to listen in and take everything he says to heart. Because, well, experience. And also a bit of, like, I don't know. It might sound stupid, but maybe, like, maybe it's kind of like a thing with me. Like, I tend to admire artists. I think when I was younger, I think like 17, I went to Comic Con and I met Ryan Otley. And by that point, I had discovered what Invincible was before it became a show. And I kind of fell in love with it. I kind of fell in love with the concept of basically Superman characters getting into realistic fights where every hit there was like bruising and blood, and there were actual stakes and people died. And one thing that I did was like I kind of obsessed over his art. because, well, essentially it was so dynamic and it was so well done. I mean, I still love his art. And when I met him, I was like on the verge of tears because, well, you know, I love his work so much and it was so influential to me. Despite the fact that I was, maybe I was like 17 and stupid, but I was totally unaware of the fact that he was just a normal guy. You know, he has two kids. No, not two kids. He has a kid. Probably like has a wife or something. Went through a divorce. Oh, went through like a divorce or two. You know. There, he goes through changes. People change a lot of things in their life. You know, they change partners. They change religions. You know, and he was kind of going through a lot of that. And I was, you know, just like, I was like, oh my God, you're an art god. Oh my God, Christ has blessed you with this amazing ability to draw very well. It's just, you know, and it's just, you know, it's like he was like he was like he was like art. He was like Christ in the flesh, and I was just a peon. Just it was wild, and I think I have the tendency to do that. But it's like, you know, like I said, I have trouble turning this into a viable career. And I know it's a viable career. It can be a viable career, but I just don't know how. And also, I recently posted a fan comic on Instagram. I feel like I should post more. One thing I think I would like to do is maybe kind of like every Friday, I would do this, and then like every other day, I would just do streams. No, every other day I would just, you know, make comics, and I feel like that should be like what I should do, right? Because so far, I don't know, like I feel like I need to pick a lane with what I want to do with my art. I need to be very specific, you know. And I keep on oscillating back and forth. I have the same problem, and much to my chagrin, it hasn't gone away. I keep on oscillating back and forth for, you know, what I would like to do, and it's kind of hard to do that, especially in the light of recent, say, layoffs or events. And I'd like to be a concept art sounds cool, but at the same time there's like, you know, there's lots of crunch, lots of, you know, lots of layouts. There's like with everything there's gonna be cons. You know, it's like your dream job is still a job. You know, the girl that your dream partner is still the partner that you're gonna have arguments with over finances. You know, the job that the house that you have is the house that you're gonna have to pay renovations for. Stuff like that, and every career path in art has some sort of con. At this point, maybe I should just stick with comics, right? No, just at this point, and why not? I'm really good at making them. I don't make them that often, but I should do. I do them. I should do them more. Then maybe I could essentially kind of like go back to the league, and then meet new friends, maybe like become more involved with the league. Maybe like, I don't know, do something else. I think one thing I could do is, I think, so basically Monday, what I am going to do, I am going to essentially organize, or help my boss, my supervisor, organize a paint and eat for parents and children. I'm going to teach people and children and their children how to paint a sunset. And that's decent. And maybe I could add that to my resume. And I could possibly get like a job being an art instructor, or being a job at being an art instructor at like a paint and sip. Those are popular. Those are businesses. One thing I could also do is essentially go to more events, more, cons, meet more people. I mean, I'm kind of concerned with say, I feel like there's this confusion that I have with my own life. Which direction do I take? Do I just, maybe it's just a case of like, no, just shut the fuck up, be brave and do it. But I kind of overthink myself to oblivion, and then I don't start, and then I'm here. Or maybe it's something else entirely. And so far, I feel like I've kind of been given a blank map of where I could go. And I feel like it's kind of like affecting me on all fronts. But enough about me. Enough about my woes. I gotta keep painting. My art progress doesn't care about my existential crisis and my grapplings with loneliness, or the fact that I'm 25 and I still haven't received a kiss. Nah, it shouldn't matter. I don't think it should matter, really. Maybe I could start late. Maybe I could be a total verge at 25, but around like 29 or 30, just pound as much, pound more puss than my uncle and RFK combined, and Robert F. Kennedy combined, or JFK combined. be the sex master. Master in all types of, I don't know, kung fu. I don't know. I'm just yammering. The one thing I could do is definitely covers. I mean, this is pretty good, right? No? This is pretty good. I mean, covers are basically illustration. David Rose has done covers. Lots of people have done covers. Granted, you know, it's not much. But, maybe I can, like, could this, I don't really think, maybe if I could possibly sell some of my covers. I could sell some of my covers as prints. That could be a good source of income. I'd also like some mentorship, man. I think that would go a long way. Then again, I don't know. Wouldn't have to pay for that. I don't like paying for stuff. Everyone just wants to take my money away from me. But at the same time, maybe I should. Maybe I could, you know, look at Anthony Jones's membership. Then again, what are my goals then? Okay, so what are my goals? My goals are to essentially just, do I want to be a comic book artist? Do I want to be a concept artist? Do I want to be an illustrator? I mean, part of me wants to be an illustrator, and also part of me wants to be a comic book artist. And I love digital painting. I mean, granted, you know, painting some stuff was hard, and I don't know. Like when I'm in the middle of painting projects, I wasn't exactly having fun at the end. I was kind of just in a hurry to finish it. And maybe I should be concerned about that. Also, I feel like I haven't exactly been locking in when it comes to, like, making stuff. Also, I want to go to Lightbox, but what's my goal when I'm going to Lightbox? Am I gonna get a studio job? Am I gonna make some friends? Am I gonna get my portfolio reviewed? Like, what's the deal? It just feels like, I don't know. I want to be ambitious. I want to have a plan, but I just feel like it's, I don't want to say pointless, but you know, it's like no one has an idea. I feel like I don't exactly have an idea what I'm doing. Also, my work with kids. I have a fear towards my job. A fear that I'll mess up, and a fear that a child will get hurt because of it. Because recently I had a coworker who messed up pretty badly. I saw her walking. She seemed okay. But essentially, it's just I'm afraid of being too, you know, too crass or too mean. Or like when a kid is like, like, ooh, I don't feel so good. It's like they're just like I can't tell the difference if they're if they actually feel terrible, or if they're just whining. Also boundaries. That's a big thing. Also, nah, I don't fucking know what I'm gonna say next. I'm not gonna say shit now. Fuck it. Don't care. Just keep painting. Let's get this shit over with so we can go to bed. Brush our teeth, go to bed. Because I have to go to IKEA tomorrow and spend more money. That's gonna be fucking fun. And this is all happening on the month where the fucking... I'm not even gonna say it. No. locked on the stream. Then again, it does. It's weird. The lighting of the image fluctuates. What? Oh shit! It's hold on. Okay, it's almost half an hour. So I got 3 more minutes until I'm gone, and this stream is over. You know, maybe I could like cut this out and actually like make this part of a bigger piece. That could be pretty cool. Though, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, be able to kind of like make something funny for me though. I saw like, you know, there's a you know the heart sign that Asians make with their fingers? I like to do something with that. That would be like something like that I personally find hilarious. Yep, okay. This concludes my 30-minute stream. I am going to watch some SNL videos, brush my teeth, and just go to bed. After I declutter it. Damn it. Alright. Yeah. Good night.